Is a new film based on a popular young adult book. It is the story of a boy who learns the dark underside of his futuristic society. His mother, played by Katie Holmes, is responsible for making sure civilians follow the government's strict rules.
I can tell why you've been acting this way. Your injection levels are extremely low. I can correct this, and then we will address what's happened.
I know that there's something more.
Fiona.
Something missing from our lives. No, not missing. Something that has been stolen from me and from you. I don't know what it is exactly, but Jonas does.
Katie Holmes is here along with Harvey Weinstein, the co-founder of the Weinstein Company. His studio is releasing The Giver. I'm pleased to have both of you here.
Nice to see you all.
Before we talk about this interesting movie, reflections on Robin Williams, who passed away, and all of us think about him this week.
It was, you originally had asked me to come on afterwards, and it's been a tough week, you know, to collect your thoughts and, you know, also think about those implications. Because when you knew Robin, he made everybody else's life so good. I'm sure you encountered him in an interview or two, Charlie, and, you know, he was just so funny and so bright for you. And if you made a movie with him, you know, he was so good for the crew. But, you know, the story that I always remember, and I spoke to Matt Damon and Ben Affleck and Gus Van Sant when we made Good Will Hunting, which Robin won his well-deserved Oscar. But the first day, and Katie, ironically, this is what reminded me, Katie plays with Alexander Skarsgård, plays the father in The Giver. But his father is from Sweden, is Stellan Skarsgård, and he played the opposite professor to Robin Williams. So it was like his first role. He just got off the boat from Sweden, very famous actor there, never did an American movie. And Robin says, let's welcome, to me and Gus Van Sant and the Batman, let's welcome him to America. I'm going to change the script. And Gus, you tell him it's all about improvisation. So here's this scene about mathematic formulas, and Robin comes out and goes, Jack Nicholson, and he does Jack Nicholson, and then Stellan's, like, you know, and Gus is pointing to Stellan, you know, and Stellan's like in a state of shock, like a deer, and then he does Jack, and he does Bob De Niro doing the scene, and he's like doing 15 things, and the crew is totally straight-faced while Gus is shooting, and then Stellan starts to ad-lib this Swedish gibberish, you mean, because he's so lost in the scene, and then when Gus yells cut, 180 members of the crew exploded with laughter. And Stellan looked around and goes, what happened to me? Whatever. And then Robin, you know, whatever, told him what was going on. But every day was like that with him. He was such, I think, and for Billy Crystal and Robert De Niro, and there are people who are so close to him, you know. I just, you know, I emailed Billy last night, you know, just too tough for a lot of people to deal with this. This is just an act of shock.
And the amazing range that he had, from dramatic acting to the improvisational stand-up, was stunning.
Yep, and we'd give him one scene in Good Will Hunting. We'd say one for Robin, one for us, you know, where he would do the script. But inevitably, there was always something that he added to that film, you know, and right on the spot, he could just a brilliant mind at work.
The film that you have put together, The Giver, is out. We all enjoyed watching it, and it's an interesting story for people who haven't read the book. It's about a society with no conflict, no wars, no sadness, and also no love and no emotion. Katie, what did you think when you first got the script?
Well, I really loved the script, and then I read the book, and I, you know, immediately understood why it's so beloved. And I think these themes are very important. And what I love about the movie is, you know, you really see these two, you know, you see this extreme society, and
that's perfect in many ways because there's no conflict.
And no war, no pain. But then you see Jonas go through having all these memories and these beautiful human moments, and it's wonderful to see on screen these wonderful life moments. And to me, the movie is very emotional when you see it, and you know, it's a celebration of life in many ways, because you're seeing what happens when you take away freedom.
Yeah, I agree.
A lot of powerful ideas here too, Harvey.
You know, Katie and Alexander are both getting really strong reviews, and they mirror Meryl Streep and Jeff Bridges. And And I really went to Meryl, and I have to tell you, her daughters closed the deal. Because like my daughters closed my deal. Three of my daughters had read The Giver. They heard The Giver was being discussed. They said, Dad, you got to make the movie. I called Meryl right away, and I said, have your girls read the book? She called me back. She said, they all loved it. And the idea of, she says, climate control, you mean it caused us pain. Overpopulation caused us pain. She goes through all the reasons why the society was perfect and why there's no pain now. And then Jeff Bridges debates her in his part. And just to see these two great actors be on the opposite. Meryl actually makes you believe that totalitarianism, whatever, had a reason. And that's the strength of the book, because there was a reason for it, and you just think about it. But then at the end, no one wants to sacrifice their freedom.
Katie makes you believe that she's the mother of a teenage boy, which is great acting. There's a particular scene where your teenage son asks you and his father, "Do you love me?" And your reaction, and you are in life a mother. What is your reaction to his question?
I believe it's precision of language, because it's in this society we're not supposed to speak of such words, and so it was an interesting role to play, because she is the keeper of these rules, and yet she has this child who's been chosen to start breaking the rules and experience things that are beyond her level of understanding or experience. And I think that I
just would like to speak on behalf of the team that we love having you here this morning. I was watching the movie at 2 a.m.
It was
Thanks
so
to
good.
both of you, Harvey.
It was so good.
Pleasure.
The Giver opens in theaters tomorrow.